You're doing everything right, going to events, being friendly, putting yourself out there, and you still end up going home alone. And the worst part, you can't even explain why. You did everything you were supposed to do. You smiled, you showed up, you tried, and somehow the connection just never formed. Here's the cognitive blind spot nobody talks about. We've been sold a lie about how friendship works. We call it the Propinquity Effect, the idea that if you're around people long enough, a bond will naturally form. But proximity only creates opportunity. It does not create connection. Think about it. You've probably worked with the same people for months, seen the same faces at the same gym, lived in the same building as your neighbors, and still, strangers, still background noise to each other, because showing up is not enough. Nobody taught you what comes after showing up. The reason you feel alone in a crowded room isn't because you're socially inept. It's because nobody taught you the transition from proximity to depth. And that transition is everything. So here's what actually works. 3 steps. First, the social audit. Ask yourself honestly, are you spending time in spaces that require active participation or passive consumption? A party where you stand around is not the same as a weekly group where people depend on you showing up. One builds familiarity, the other builds belonging. If everything in your life right now is passive, that's your starting problem. Second, the vulnerability pivot. Stop asking, how are you? Start asking, what's been the hardest part of your week? It sounds intense. It isn't. It's just honest. And honesty is the fastest way to kill small talk and trigger real connection. People are desperate to be asked real questions. Most of them have never been asked one. Third, the consistency loop. Friendship is not a miracle, it's a system. One conversation means nothing. 10 conversations with the same person, that's where trust grows. Turn your acquaintances into reliable connections through low stakes, consistent follow-up. Show up again and again until you're not a stranger anymore. Here's the thing nobody says enough. You are not bad at friendship. You were just never taught how it actually works. Most people weren't. This is a structural problem disguised as a personal failure. And now you know the structure. Tell me in the comments, what's the biggest thing that stops you from going deeper in a conversation?